Behind the Grooves. Hello everyone and welcome to Behind the Grooves, where I, Josh DeZern, the vinyl kid of Florida, take you to the other side of the record behind the grooves. Now today is another momentous day in rock history. Yesterday was the 45th anniversary of Elton John's Honky Chateau, but today, however, May 20th, 2017, is the 50th anniversary of a totally different record by a totally different group, Headquarters by the Monkees, which is a complete landmark album for the Monkees in general. This was the third album of theirs released on May 20th, 1967. Today's also a year since I saw Mickey Dolenz and Peter Tork together in concert as the Monkees. But anyway, this album was a landmark because, as a lot of you Monkees fans may know, in the early days of the Monkees, when they were first getting started out as a TV show, they didn't actually play any of their own instruments on any of the songs. So on the original recording of Last Train to Clarksville, that was not Michael Nesmith playing guitar. No, that was somebody else. So this album, Headquarters, was basically a way of showing that the Monkees had guts to stand up for their rights. This album featured songs written by them, and they played their own instruments. All the instruments on here were played by Mickey Dolenz, Peter Tork, Davy Jones, and Michael Nesmith. So, that's basically the history of this album, and they were treated so poorly a lot of the time before this album. In fact, there are more of the Monkees album, their second one, the one right before this one. They didn't even know that it was going to come out at all. They didn't even know of its existence until it hit the shelves. They didn't even consult it with them. But no matter, moving on. On the front here is a photograph of the Monkees standing together, going in order from left to right. Michael Nesmith, Peter Tork, Davy Jones, and Mickey Dolenz. Peter Tork being the one with his leg stuck out because he's Peter Tork and he can do what he wants. On the back here are some photographs from the production, and you can see all the Monkees in their own photos. Davy through the tambourine, Mike Nesmith right there, Peter Tork at the piano, and Mickey Dolenz at the drums. If you do own this album, don't be mistaken, it's not autographed, unfortunately. So, here is the track listing. Side A has got You Told Me, I'll Spend My Life With You, which is one of my top 10 Monkees songs. Forget That Girl, Band 6, You Just May Be the One, another one of my top 10s. Shades of Grey, and I Can't Get Her Off My Mind. Side B has For Pete's Sake, which is actually written by Peter Tork, not sung, but written by him. Then Mr. Webster, Sunny Girlfriend, Zilch, No Time, Early Morning Blues and Greens, and Randy Scousket, which is another one of my top 10s. From some sources of today, this album is a total piece of crap. But in my opinion, this is the best Monkees record of all time, and if you haven't listened to it, I highly suggest that you do. Especially if you're a Monkees fan from whatever generation, whether you're an original fan, or from the 80s Monkey Mania, or even just now. So Inner Sleeve is very, very generic, you know. This is the mono pressing on Cole Jim's Records, Side A, and Side B. And that's really about it for the Monkees Headquarters. I've heard, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but there might be a reissue coming out of this in the next few months or weeks at least. I can't be for sure, but I know that there's a new Head reissue out for their album Head, so I gotta still get that. But if there's a reissue coming out for this record, I'm gonna get that. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this review. It means the world to me. You take a few minutes every day to watch a guy like me review such a sensational, now 50-year-old album such as this. As always, please subscribe for more Behind the Grooves. We try to release a new episode most Saturdays as much as we can. This weekend, of course, was a special one because the 50th anniversary of a true landmark album. We're coming up on the end of the season. We've only got a few episodes left, so yeah, very exciting. This is Josh DeZern, the vinyl kid of Florida, signing out with peace and love, and an original 1967 pressing of Headquarters by the Monkees on its 50th birthday. Rock on and stay groovy, my friends.